We are live. Welcome one and all to the unupdated, hold on, 2020, there we go. The now updated West Coast Draft Podcast, where it is officially draft season for
you.
32 NFL teams. Hey, not just for me, for Chiefs and Ravens fans too. Let's not forget that. So it's Schadenfreude draft season is what I'm going to call this January. If I'm going to suffer, they're going to suffer too. And guess what? I'll be joined by Steelers fans in about a week. And we can all be a merry bunch of losers like that. And we're going to have a great old time. But yeah.
I'm safe for another week.
You are safe for at least a week and a half. How's it feel? A week and 2 days.
It feels amazing. It feels really good.
You're safe for at least a week and 2 days. And then the stress can start because there's nothing like playoff football when it comes to stress.
No, sir. Or yes, sir. I don't know if I did a double negative there or not. I forget.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah. yeah. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. But we've made it. We've made it to the end of the regular season. It's officially draft season again for 18 teams. We have the draft order set for the first 18 teams. Cincinnati Bengals will have the 10th overall pick, where they will undoubtedly draft a future Hall of Famer.
Keldrick Falk.
Keldrick Falk. Well, you know what? I'm not going to lie. I was listening to a podcast in the drive to work this morning, and they were just mentioning a bunch of names that would make sense for Cincinnati. And it was like, yeah, maybe Ruben Baines there, maybe Arvell Reese falls, Caleb Downs would be fun, Keldrick Falk would make a lot of sense. And I was just like, pause. One of these is not like the other. One of these is not like the other.
Yeah, no, you're picking in a tough spot. It's like when we were picking 10th and then we picked Charles Cross. That's kind of what you're up to right now.
The nice thing, though, is and I was doing, well, I wasn't even just doing my mock drafts. I'm looking at other people's mock drafts, and I named 5 players that I'd be happy with. Right, almost every mock draft I've seen has at least one of those 5 players.
All right,
at 10. So it's like
it's on Duke to not screw it up.
It's on Duke to not screw it up. So, yeah, you're seeing – I mean, obviously you're seeing Mendoza go 1. You're usually seeing Moore go 2 with the late buzz that he probably will come out. Now that Simpson's in the class, maybe someone reaches there. And then you just need at least one wide receiver or 2 wide receivers or at least one wide receiver and 1 offensive lineman or 2 of each or 1 of each. Basically just – offensive players. You just need 4 offensive players.
That was me when we took Byron Murphy. It was like
you just need 5 offensive players.
It was like 13 offensive players went in a row.
14, because the very first defense player was
I thought
15.
I thought he went at 14. My bad.
No, he went 15. You're right. But yeah. Right in front of Byron. Then there was 3 straight.
You just want that to happen. You want that to
exactly.
happen.
I'm like, please just be offense players off the board. Like if there's a scenario where we have multiple of those guys on the board, at that point it's like, all right. Like I'll have, especially by then, I'll have a clear ranking of which one I'd be the most happy with, obviously. But if there's a scenario where like somehow Reese falls or Downs falls, which I think is more realistic just because of positional value. Like, oh my goodness, now we're really cooking. So we'll see. We are in draft season. I'm sure we'll conduct lots and lots of mock drafts.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
A few months, and I'm sure we'll do one next week. But we've got a pretty jam-packed episode today, so
we got a lot of stuff to do because we got to do college, NFL, firings, and then I'd like to put some predictions down for head coaches.
Oh, absolutely. I was definitely going to do that. I was going to do that before we get into the wild card picks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. But let's start. I mean, there's only one college game to predict, so
Well, we can do a little recap. What have we missed off from? I think CFP.
Oh, we talked. Did we not talk? We didn't talk about the quarterfinals. We have not talked about the quarterfinals at all. Let's get into that. So,
because I think did we talk about? We didn't talk about the ones before that too. Michigan, Texas, Nebraska, Utah.
No, yeah. So everything.
Where we Tuesday.
You're down.
Yeah.
Tuesday. No, we talked about the Tuesday.
No.
We're talking about USC.
No, after Tuesday's what I meant.
Yeah. So Tuesday down. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay, Iowa, Vandy. Iowa smacked them. Diego Pavia, screw you. That was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not a good look for him. Let me pull this up. Let me just pull it up on here so we got the stats in front of us too, and not just our picks. Our picks are good too, but having the stats is going to be more helpful. Yeah, Diego Pavia went out like he came in a loser. Especially after the podcast, he was talking smack about Iowa, and then gets 34 put up on him. And obviously that's the defense, that's not it specifically, but it's still sweet. It's still nice. Michigan, Texas. The unfortunately Michigan went 0-1 in the Biff Poggi era. I'm sorry.
Very sad.
It should be.
They should have hired Biff.
They should have hired Biff. Kyle Whittingham. No. Although it's already been. They already got John Henry Daly in the portal. So
I don't think he's gonna play. Is he not gonna play next year though?
Why wouldn't he play?
Achilles.
Oh, maybe not. He's still got a lot of eligibility.
Yeah, I'd play after the next year, but he might not be eligible.
That's fair. Yeah, Texas rolled. Let's see. We can kind of speed run through these non-CFP games here, unless there's anything you want to talk about with them. I don't got a lot to talk about in the Las Vegas Bowl, I'm not going to lie. Utah rolled.
Oh, yeah. Cooked them.
Yeah. First game of the Scully era went pretty good.
Devin Dampier leading in rushing and passing.
What a stud. And then lastly, ASU lost to a ACC team.
That was a fun one.
It was very, very high scoring. Jeff
Sims, ASU is going to be way better when Jeff Sims isn't their quarterback.
Yeah, who is going to be their quarterback next year, though?
The guy from Kentucky.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah. What's his name?
He's got a goofy name that doesn't seem real.
Dang it! What was that guy's name? I know who you're talking about. Yeah. ASU transfer. Let's see. Cutter Boley. Okay.
There we go.
Cutter Boley. What a name.
Doesn't it sound kind of fake?
It does sound very fake, yeah. Oh, they also got Mikey Keene from Michigan.
Well, wasn't he at Fresno State, too?
I think so.
I remember Mikey Keene being at Fresno State.
They lost to Leek Brown. That's a pretty big loss.
That is a tough loss.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into all their losses. But yeah, no, ASU is going to be fine next year, I think. But shout out Duke, especially to get Mensa back. I think they've got a fun little program there.
They do. Now. Manny Diaz is a good coach.
All right, and that brings us to, speaking of Manny Diaz, his alma mater is in the national championship, or not his alma mater, his former team, I should say, his former band.
I think it might be his alma mater, but he didn't play.
Yeah. Where did Manny Diaz go to school? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Let's see. The team that no, it's Florida State. He'd be very offended. He'd be very offended that I called Miami his alma mater. Hey, but I corrected myself.
You did.
His former school that fired him just so they could hire Cristobal. And hey, guess what? Cristobal has him in a national championship 4 years later. So that actually worked out pretty well for him, all things considered.
Well, it took him long enough.
Yeah, that's true. Cristobal never went to the Natty with Oregon, did he?
Yeah.
he never even went to the CFP with Oregon. So there you go. He's in the Natty now, though. It's kind of funny. Both now this is 2 years in a row in the 12-team playoff that at least one of the teams that's not a top 4 seed will make it. And if Oregon makes it, which God forbid, but if they do, then you're looking at every single national title participant since the CFP expanded will have been a team outside of the top 4.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, so crazy. You expand the playoff, and all of a sudden you get these teams making runs, and we'll see. Well, hopefully Indiana doesn't let that happen.
I mean, they broke the bye curse.
They do. They're the only team that have broken the bye curse. Now they have to be only the second team to break the. You can't beat a team in the regular season and the.
I have full confidence in them. They are just.
They are.
It really does feel like Nick Saban.
Yeah, I don't want to get too ahead of my skis though with them. I'm like, just give me one more. I don't care if you lose to Miami, beat Oregon.
Yep, I think Miami can beat Oregon too.
I think so too. Their defense sucked in the second half of this week, but
it's his Chambliss has been insane. Chambliss has just been carrying that team.
But speaking of Miami, while we're on it, they how they got to this point, they beat Ohio State, a game that I don't think anyone gave them a shot in. Currently, the biggest upset in the history of the CFP, if you go based off of Vegas line, 9.5-point dog, won outright by double digits. Absolutely insane.
Just, yeah, I didn't see that happening.
And I mean,
what happened to them? I think they just got too confident, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and the funny thing is, watching the games, I still don't think Carson Beck is playing that great.
No,
like, he's fine, but they've just got such this I guess this mantra, this vibe. They're just physical, punch you in the mouth, just like literally like 2000.
Their running backs are really underrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like they feel like what you imagine like the Ray Lewis and Ed Reed Miami teams were.
Oh my no, Beau. Have you seen how stacked those teams were though?
I'm just saying. I'm not saying they are that. I'm saying from like
they do have swagger,
like the way
though.
They play, the physicality, the swagger, the
their
confidence.
DC is really
defense.
good.
That's
the
what
4-2-5 is kind of hot right now.
Yeah.
I think it's been pretty cracked right now that if you have a really good D line, just run the 4-2-5 because Miami is running it, and Texas Tech ran it. They both ran it. Were very well. It's more of a Gary Patterson. It was definitely from the Gary Patterson 4-2-5 kind of tree. Landing is Kirby Smart, not Saban. Saban was crazy on DB adjustments. Smart is more simplified but similar structure. Signetti is crazy evolution of Saban defense, much more reliant on the simulated pressure world of it. That's and lots of D-line movement, especially in the run game. Who else we got? So like Mike McDonald and Jesse Minter when they were at Michigan did run a 4-2-5, but it was very different from the Gary Patterson 4-2-5. It was much more inspired from the old Dean Pease system that survived so long in Baltimore. It had a lot of concepts from that. Very different from the Gary Patterson 4-2-5. Structurally and coverage wise, but the alignment of a 4-2-5 defense just works really well. Arizona State, they ran a 4-2, or Arizona ran a 4-2-5 this year, right? Huskies, when they weren't in Penny, ran a lot of 4-2-5 this year. What are other good defenses right now? Ohio State is kind of that Belichickian amoeba kind of stuff. They'll do anything. Alabama runs a 4-2-5, more in the Patterson rule. Can you give me a little scroll of the top teams? I just want to think about their defenses. Ole Miss is more Saban-y.
What am I looking at?
Oh, just give me a scroll through some good teams. Texas is its own thing. Pete Kwiatkowski does his own thing.
If you want to look at the top if you want to look at the top teams, all of them played on this day.
Yeah. Arizona State is very funky, but they kind of took a step back this year. Yeah, that's good enough to think about. But a lot of good defenses right now are running the 4-2-5. And in my opinion, the Gary Patterson 4-2-5 is the high school defense that works the best against the most stuff.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right, where were we? I got into
No, you're good. I was reading a mock draft that had the Bengals taking Carnell Tate, and I just had to digest that one for a minute.
That makes zero sense.
It genuinely doesn't. Unless if every single good defensive player is off the board at that point, I would rather take Carnell Tate than Keltner Falk.
Yeah, but BPA, right? Always BPA.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can ever do is to pencil yourself into
even by April 23rd or whatever day the draft is, I'm sure I'll have found 10 defensive players. Just the way I know myself. 23rd. Wow, I nailed that. That was a guess. April 23rd. I will have found 10 defensive players that I would rather take than Keltner Falk and would be okay with the 10, knowing myself. I've already got 5, and it's January 8th.
Nice.
Add 5 more.
You'll get there. See, like your offense is just so good that
they're literally, if we brought Dalton Reisner back, we genuinely don't have a hole on the offense. It's just
like the only thing I could see is maybe take Fano or Mino and put him at guard where Reisner was, right? Because Reisner's kind of old.
He's not that old. He's like 29.
He's at least 30, I thought.
Let's see. Hold on. Dalton Reisner. Yeah, he might be 30. Depends on how, because he was just 2019 as far as draft class. So okay, he just turned.
Ha! You fired, hotshot.
To be fair, it was a guess. I was pretty close. I said 29. I don't know. I was thinking like 2019 draft class. Like they're probably not 29 yet or 30 yet, but I guess they are. He might have come out as a fifth-year senior. Now I think about it. Alabama, Indiana. Let's get into it. The Rose Bowl.
Oh my God! How amazing was this game?
That was hilarious. And watching Kirk Street just absolutely just like, this team is embarrassing. This Alabama team should be embarrassed. Just like listening to that,
that was incredible, dude. Bama fans listening to that must have been so pissed.
Is the clip of like Bart Simpson, and he's in that he's like got his headphones in, he's like dun, 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 dun,
yep.
He's like vibing. That was me listening to Kirk Herbstreit narrate the downfall of Alabama football.
Dude, Cignetti's look when they're trying to fool him with that fake punt. Incredible.
They're
just so well prepared.
Facial expressions,
and none of them are happy.
No, none of them. He's got this little smirk he does, but only after they've already won a game. It's like you can definitely tell Saban trained him well on that. You see someone was interviewing him and asked him like, "Hey, some players have past players mentioned that you never smile or you're never happy. What's up with that?" And he said, "Oh, I'm happy all the time. I just don't show it. What do I gain from showing it?" And I'm like,
he's always on. He's always on. That, I think Bama fans are like, God, he should be Saban's successor.
Oh yeah. That's funny that because they hired DeBoer in the same cycle.
Yeah, they did.
He was hired by Indiana. Which obviously they were never going to hire Signeti
No.
in that cycle, but it's just funny. It's just hilarious. Oh man, the Sig.
He rocks. Coogan getting the Rose Bowl MVP.
Yep.
How awesome is that?
Legend.
Dude, they're just so well prepared. That's why Signetti was just laughing at DeBoer's fake punt.
Yeah.
Because they knew he was going to do something stupid.
Yep.
And Bama fans hate DeBoer. They hate him.
Oh, yeah. It's hilarious. Speaking of well prepared, there's a new conspiracy theory out there that Fernando Mendoza scripts his post-game press conferences just because of how he delivers them like so robotically. Which I can see it. I can see him like starting to think it up like halfway through the fourth quarter. He's got
because he's on the bench already.
Good. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's like, I gotta make sure this sounds good. And then I'm gonna talk about what's the word he used that everyone was laughing about him? Not conglomerate. Oh, it was conglomerate. Our team is a conglomerate, or something like that. Oh,
he's awesome. Man.
I could listen to Fernando Mendoza's speech. I cannot wait for his combine interviews, man. They're gonna be legendary.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's just Indiana's just so fun to root for. They really are. The personalities on that staff is just incredible. Like they're my new number 2 favorite team. I just love it.
I can already imagine his draft speech after he gets picked, like some ESPN reporter, like, Fernando, you're officially a Las Vegas Raider. How's it feel? Oh my goodness, this is a dream come true. I have to give all the glory to the man above, Jesus Christ. Through him, all things are possible. I cannot ask to go to a better organization, drafted by the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, and following in the footsteps of quarterbacks like him, Derek Carr, or he didn't play for the Raiders, so that wouldn't make sense. Kenny Stable, and he just rattles off like a million Raiders quarterbacks that like most of us have never heard of.
Matt McGloin.
Oh yeah, he would list every Raiders quarterback, regardless of how many games they played. He'd be saying like
Jamarcus Russell.
He'd be saying Jamarcus Russell. He'd be like, he'd be like, and to be this organization's first number 1 overall pick since Jamarcus Russell. What an honor! What a great player he was. Something like that.
Dude, Al Davis would hate Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Al Davis would hate him because, let's be real, we know why he would hate him.
Well, we just hate him because he doesn't have an edge to him.
That's true. Oh no, I meant it's because he likes trains. I'll just say it that way.
Yeah. No, he wants a guy with an edge. Not a squeaky clean guy.
That's true. Yeah, Fernando Mendoza has about as clean. That literally, like the knock that people are putting on him is he seems like too robotic and too professional. Like that. Like literally, I was listening to a draft podcast today, and they weren't knocking him for it, but you were like, there's going to be a team that like doesn't like the way he talks, and it's like, how is he going to command a locker room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I could see.
Honestly,
but also, when you're the best quarterback, you're the best quarterback.
So when you talk about that prepared thing, you know what that reminds me of?
Yeah.
There's this class. So Michael Robinson, you know him? Yes. He did a video series called The Real Rob Report when he played. And he'd have his camera out in the locker room. He'd go and interview players and stuff. Funny stuff would happen.
Mm-hmm.
There were some people who were always on it. Like Marshawn was in the locker room next to him and never wanted to be on it, never wanted to talk. It was very funny. But one of the guys he would always talk to was this backup offensive lineman, John Moffitt. And one episode, they're like, it's like titled, all the videos are long gone, but I think this one exists somewhere out there. It's the funniest thing ever. It's either, I believe it's Rookie Year for Russell Wilson, and the title is Russell Wilson a Robot? And so John Moffitt's on the camera, like, all right, I know you guys have been asking us this. Is Russell Wilson a robot? Some people think it might be true, so we're going to go collect the evidence, see if it's real. And so they go to the Russell Wilson's locker, and they're pulling out batteries and electric tape and stuff like that, and spray paint. I think the phrase was Tiger Woods colored spray paint, which they all clearly planted there, But it's
right, obviously, right.
But it does give a little Russell Wilson vibes, and
It's similar.
that ruffled some feathers in the locker room, right? But
right.
With Russell Wilson, I think people started to think it was very fit. I think there was a time, especially when he was at Wisconsin and early Seahawks, I think he was pretty genuine. And then he just took it too far of the positivity and being a robot and becoming a star, right? And so maybe Mendoza could fall into that trap in a locker room too.
Eventually, yeah.
But it does feel pretty genuine with him.
For him, right? First, I don't know how things will progress. Right now, it feels very genuine. I just think dude's on the spectrum. I'm not gonna lie.
I think so too.
But I don't. You know what? I kind of love it because he's hilarious to listen to. It's like literally every single interview he does feels like he's like doing like the halftime breakdown of like he. How would I describe it? It feels like he's giving a speech. Every single interview he does feels like he's giving a speech. Like you see like these other quarterbacks, they'll do like the post game out interview, and they're like, "Yeah, it was a good win. We'll watch the tape. We'll get back out there and give Carolina our best next week. Thank you." But he goes out there and he's like, "I'm gonna make this my moped. I need to look professional. I need to look like he needs to be the dude." And I respect the hell out of that. Honestly, it's different.
I do too. I just like him a lot, dude. If he wins the Natty, Pope is going to send him a video congratulating him.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the Vatican, dog.
Oh yeah. Oh, you see the Raiders fans singing Fernando outside of Allegiant Stadium?
Did. That was awesome. Awesome.
I wish they played it in the stadium. Just like nothing. No cue at all. Fernando. All right.
That's awesome.
Game that was a little bit more entertaining.
Ooh, this one was fun.
Georgia. Definitely the game of these four. This was the
game
for sure.
As entertaining it was to watch Alabama get smacked, this one was
this one was entertaining for its own sake.
Yes.
Most college football fans probably fell asleep during Indiana, Alabama. No one was falling asleep during this one.
Not us haters. Yep, only us haters didn't fall asleep during that one.
Yeah. But my goodness, what a fantastic game. Trinidad, man. Dude,
Trinidad's like getting himself into the conversation of being a first-round quarterback if he's eligible.
Probably QB3 because of the way Simpson. If he comes out, he's QB3. He doesn't have eligibility, so it depends on how this waiver goes for him.
I think some teams would have him QB3, some teams would have him 4. I think there's some teams that probably like Simpson still.
Yeah.
But I
thought it was interesting that Simpson came out given how the year ended for him. But, I mean, he probably knew he didn't have a spot for him at Bama because they want to go to Russell.
Probably just didn't want to transfer.
They didn't want to deal with transferring. And honestly, I respect that. That's fair.
I do too.
I would not have a first-round grade on him right now. He would be firmly in the early 2s for me.
Yeah, he's the early day 2 grade for me as well. I think there's something you can work with there.
If you'd asked me in like late October, I would say, and obviously injury is part of this, right? He wasn't healthy the last half of the season.
No.
But in early October, he was training to be a top 10 pick, maybe even top 5, maybe even first overall potentially. But the way his season ended, he was putrid.
Yeah, no, it was bad down the stretch.
But anyways, Ole Miss. Why are we talking about Ty Simpson? We should be talking about Ole Miss. Such a fantastic game, honestly. Trinidad Chambliss, regardless of what you think of him from an NFL standpoint, such a fun quarterback to watch.
He is.
It is a shame that his college career might have ended tonight because he's a joy, and I don't know if this NFL is going to work out for him. I hope it does. I think he can be cute.
They're really trying to get him eligibility.
I think he will be my QB3 if he comes out.
Me too. Because the things that people are going to like about Simpson, you can't see on. You hear about in the interview. You don't see it as much on.
Yes. Yeah. If they were.
What an awesome story, though. A guy who's a D2 player getting
You see
drafted.
that, and that's a story of the transfer portal being a good thing, and that's a story of the transfer portal working.
Yes.
I want to make something clear, and I'm sure we'll get into the DeMar conversation at some point. I'm not anti-transfer portal, and I'm not anti-NIL. I am anti-college football becoming the Wild West, and both of those things work in conjunction to make it so every single player essentially hits free agency every single year.
Yeah. I think the clear thing is you got to pay transfer buyouts.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the biggest fix. It'll help G5 so much too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Oh, they'd make a ton of money. They'd make a ton of money on that.
And they're hurting financially, man.
Right. For the Georgia side of things, I mean, oh boy, their defense in the biggest game just melted down.
Collapsed.
Their defense was awesome for most of the year, but they could not stop a nosebleed in this game. It was ridiculous.
Trinidad's been on like a panic run, you know?
He has been.
And we'll get into about the game tonight, but like, you know, I was there in New Orleans where it felt like he could not miss.
Dude, on that last drive, and we'll talk about tonight's game, but I honestly thought that he was going to find a way to make it happen. When it took him 2 plays to get to the 35, I was like, oh man, he might do this. If they had one more play, maybe they'll get him one more.
They were close.
Yeah, but no dice. Then the last, unless there's anything else from this Ole Miss Georgia game.
The chaos at the end was very.
Oh yeah, what a joke! They brought the stanchions out 2 separate times, and then had to wheel it back off the field 2 separate times. How after the first time that happens do you not think, let's wait until the official says this thing is over?
Yeah, that was incredible. I've never seen that before.
It was just wild, just absolutely insane. We don't have to talk about this one too much. I say that mostly because it's Oregon, but also there's not much to talk about. Texas Tech, their defense actually played a pretty good game.
They
Offense, holy crap, you were terrible.
It was so bad. It was so
awful.
bad.
Just awful. Yeah, good luck, Sowersby.
Yeah, no, they couldn't hit anything. And now, have you seen the news about like how Oregon's looking for tomorrow?
No, what happened? What?
So they're like down. They like all their running backs are either hurt or transferring.
Or transferring, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that could.
I know they're losing a lot of DBs too.
Yes, they're also very short on DBs. Where Landing was like, oh, maybe I'll go out there.
Oh, that's right. And he got Signetti to chuckle. I remember that one.
And their coaches look very tired. Probably because they have to coach another team and get the transfers. Like,
yep.
You know, I hate the Ducks, but man, this the way the
portal timeline lining up
working
perfectly with CFP is ridiculous.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
It's really bad, and sound like we're gonna get one of the Oregon transfer running backs too.
Yeah.
Jaden Lamar coming home.
Like Stevens.
Were you there during that recruitment?
I was.
How bad did we botch that one?
The Lake staff had a good relationship with them. I don't know what happened after that though.
Well, yeah, I know that DeBoer and Grubb was very picky about running backs for a dumb reason. Lee Marks was an absolute, just what's the word?
Tybo Rogers. An
absolute. What's the right word I'm looking for? Just a nothing when it came to recruitment.
Yeah.
And so like we, waited on him, and then Morgan went in because he's a legacy too. But he's not the most explosive running back in the world. But if you want a tough yard, if you want a guy you can pass
carry,
block,
he had like almost 300 yards on 50 carries.
if you want someone who can pass block, pick up a tough yard, and catch a ball out of the backfield, he's your guy.
And
that's exactly what we need for next year, right? Because what's his name is going to be taking probably a lot of carries. Brian Bonner.
Yep.
Don't forget about Rakin Moon. You know who that is?
I do know who that is. Yeah.
Who is it?
One of our running backs. Is it relative of Warren Moon?
It is. It's Warren Moon's son.
Oh, it's his son? Really? I would have assumed it was his grandson.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
Got a young son. Okay.
Yeah. But he's a walk-on from Bellevue High.
All right.
He got to like when like Jonah and Quaid were hurt. He was this guy up.
He did. He had carries against UCLA. I remember.
Yeah.
Or was it UCLA or Purdue? He had carries in
in more than one game.
Yeah.
Rakin Moon. Isn't that awesome? He's got to recreate the Warren Moon Rose Bowl photo. You know what I'm talking about? It's like kneeling with the white jersey, gold pants, big afro, kneeling with Dubs on the Rose Bowl. It's a cool picture.
It
upsets you?
No, you'll have to send it to me.
Oh, I thought you said that upsets me.
Oh, sorry. I can't even talk. I've been struggling talking all week. I'm not gonna lie. Starting to get I'm getting that back to school sniffles.
Oh yeah, unfortunate.
Yeah. Finishing up the college games here though.
Floor's yours.
Arizona, my goodness, the first half was awful. The second half, actually, Arizona dominated the second half of this one, but it was just too little, too late. When you go down 24-0 at halftime, things aren't going to line well for you.
That's a big hole to crawl out of.
Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, they actually had opportunities. Like they end up losing 24-19. They in the course of their second half comeback, they had 2 red zone interceptions. Oh no. 2 red zone turnovers, one a turnover on downs and one a interception. So like even if both of those end up being field goals, let's say they both end up being field goals, you win. So like they dominated the second half, gave themselves actually lots of opportunities to come back and just weren't able to take advantage of enough of them. It sucks because their defense in the first half was so bad, and the main reason is they were down 3 starting safeties. Like they run the 3 safety set, and they were losing all those guys. So they had true freshmen taking their place, and then one of those true freshmen got hurt. So
they had like nobody then, basically.
Their secondary was a joke in the first half. And second half they did a lot better. They put themselves in position to come back, and they did their part, but too little, too late. I don't know. I'm not gonna freak out over losing the Holiday Bowl, but just can't get
fire Brennan.
I know you can't get yourself in a 24-0 hole and then expect much better, if I'm being honest.
No, you just can't.
But I mean, credit to the guys for sticking with it and clawing their way back in and almost winning there at the end. And I think the most important thing from this game was Fafita confirming in the post-game press conference that he's going to be back next year. So
that's awesome.
That's big for him. That's big for them, for sure.
I wonder if he started sweating when Tamont
said he was give me a call. Fish gonna give me a call. Well, that's the funny thing, and I know I told you over the phone on Tuesday. At this point, he spent more time with Brennan than he did.
I know. Yeah.
It's like weird. Hey, like when did that happen?
And that doesn't feel right, but it's true.
It does not, no. But it's been 2 years with Fish and only a year and a half with a year and a half with Fish and 2 years with Brennan at this point. Time flies, man. It's 2026.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Other set of Friday games. We don't have to talk about like the Lockheed. I don't have a lot to talk about with the Armed Forces Bowl. I'm sorry.
Shout out Navy.
Shout out Navy. They killed Cincinnati. Obviously, Cincinnati was out Sorsby, so
and Cincinnati, it was Okay. Quick Sorsby sidebar. What do people see?
I genuinely don't know, man.
But to be fair, I wasn't as high on Mendoza, so maybe I'm just an idiot.
I don't know. I don't see it with Sorsby either, though, man. I saw it with Mendoza. I do not see it with Sorsby.
It's like the number one quarterback in the portal. Really,
he is aggressively fine.
He's better than Baron Morton, that's for sure.
That is true. But I'm like, he's number one over Sam Levitt, really? You're taking Sorsby over Levitt? Taking Sorsby over Hoover? Like, I've seen it with those guys. With Sorsby,
Hoover's in state in your conference.
Yeah, I don't get it. But the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Got to see what's his face? Oh, actually, one more thing from the Holiday Bowl. The only bad thing about Arizona losing this is that they have their own like dunk bath because it's the Holiday Bowl. It's kind of Christmas themed. It's an eggnog bath, and you know who does the dunking?
Who?
You'll never guess. So I don't know why I made you guess. Kevin from The Office. Michael Baumgartner, something Baumgartner.
Yeah, I think it's Michael Baumgartner.
Yeah, he's the one who does the dunking, and I'm like, hey, wait, hold on, what are you doing here? Why
wasn't it chili?
I know. Oh, it should have been chili. Oh man, that's a missed opportunity. No, it's not Michael Baumgartner. Who's Brian Baumgartner? No.
Baumgartner.
It is Brian Baumgartner. Brian Baumgartner. Yeah. Yeah, he's the one who does the dunking. So that's the only bummer is I would have loved to see Brent Brennan get dunked in eggnog. Or chili, better yet. Yeah, it should have been chili. Come on now.
I don't know if I want to get dunked with cold chili.
That's true. That is true. Anyways, but the reason I brought that up is because the Duke's Mayo Bowl has the infamous mayo dunking, and our boy Dickert got dunked in mayo. It looked very watered down. Like it was like not like pure mayo.
Not super thick.
Not super thick. It was dripping everywhere. I'm like, this ain't real mayo. You kidding me? They microwaved that crap. Like
good. So it wouldn't be so cold.
Yeah, that's fair. That's actually a good point. But did you see the ending of this game?
I did.
My good, that poor Mississippi State quarterback, man. They ran him into the ground literally for nothing.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah.
Shout out Wake Forest, man. 9-win season.
Yeah. They've made it. I'm shout out Dickert, man. Year one. They could be fun in the ACC next year. They were already kind of feisty, but they could be fun next year.
I think so too. The ACC is not super strong.
No, I mean,
especially with what's going on.
You do have to compete with Stanford, but you know.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Tavita Pritchard.
And Tavita Pritchard. Hey, you know what? They're actually having a pretty good portal run right now.
Yeah, who they getting?
They got some quarterback. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head. But it was some good quarterback.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a little skeptical of someone who's never been a head coach.
That's fair. Hey, well, but you know what? You know who knows quarterbacks? It's two
Andrew Luck.
Quarterbacks, Andrew Luck and Tavita Pritchard.
Hey, if you get Pete Kwiatkowski.
Oh, that's and they got Pete Kwiatkowski. Yeah,
well, I don't think it's official. I don't think it's official yet.
Oh man, if that would be a huge get for them, man. Let's see.
But if you get PK, you have my interest.
You had my attention, but now you have my interest. Now let's see. What's the release development on that? That was a few days ago at this point. Let's see if it's been updated here. All the people saying Stanford stuffed USC in a locker. Problem is, I can't spell his gosh dang name. There we go. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah, that's a tough name to spell.
Yeah.
Pete Kwiatkowski.
No recent updates.
Yeah, so I mean, because USC hasn't hired a head coach yet or a DC yet, so it's like
No, they have not. So I think it's them competing for that right now. Alrighty. That'd be funny though if Andrew Luck stuffs Lincoln Riley in the locker for Pete.
It would be awesome.
That'd be great. All right, that brings us to tonight's game. We'll do a quick breakdown because we've already touched on it a little bit. Fun fact: it's a Big Ten refereeing crew.
they ejected Xavier Lucas.
They ejected Xavier Lucas for targeting.
Now, here's the question for me: is he suspended for the Natty for the first half?
For the first half, yeah.
That's brutal.
And I think if they lost, he would have been suspended for the
first half of the net. Oh, God. That's the worst. I hate the suspension part of it.
I do too. It's stupid.
It's a really bad rule.
Yeah. So, yeah, that'll hurt him against obviously whatever team they end up playing. Hopefully Indiana. But this was just a fantastic game. All of Ole Miss's play. Oh, not all because they played Tulane, but both of the recent Ole Miss playoff games were just absolute beauties. Just
so much fun.
Game. It's a shame it had to end, but you gave us a great show on the way out, and I gotta respect Ole Miss for that. They did awesome.
Shout out to my lookalike, Pete Golding.
That's right.
When he has the visor on, it's like, shoot, you kind of got me there.
You'd see it. That's awesome.
Yeah. Someone in my coach's group chat was like, you kind of similar looking there. I was like, shoot, yeah, you're right.
Man, now I want a coaching lookalike, man.
Well, one of the kids told me, like, when I first got there, that I looked like Cooper Rush. I was like, what?
What?
I was like, yeah, that one I didn't get.
Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. That's terrible.
I was like, you sure about that one?
I don't see that one at all. I get Mr. Beast a lot.
I think it's because it was summer. It was sunny out. And my beard, you can see the ginger part of the beard a little bit better.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
So people, you get Mr. Beast lookalike accusations?
Mr. Beast. And I'm like, I've actually been asked, are you related to Mr. Beast? Can you have him come to class and or give us money? And I say, if you get good grades, I'll think about it.
I'll give Jimmy a call.
We'll give Jimmy a call. Yep.
I don't know how people consume that garbage.
Oh yeah. Ridiculous.
Kids these days, man.
I want a football lookalike though. Hey, you got.
We can find one. Pete Golding in 40 years is what he said.
Yeah, Pete Golding in 40 years. Yeah, there you go.
If I still have hair, even if it's gray like that, I'll take it.
You'll take it, man. You know what? It's such like a bright gray. It almost looks blonde, like he like dyed it or something.
I don't know. I don't think you can dye hair to get that look.
No. I'm not saying he did dye it. I'm just saying the way it looks.
It is a very bright white.
Yeah, which respectable. It stand out.
If I still have some flow like that, I'll be very happy. I think odds are in my favor. I don't think there's too much balding in my family. Thinning for sure. I think I'll be a victim of some thinning, but I think I'm pretty safe from balding.
Should we talk about DeMond, or should we give our picks for the Oregon?
Let's give the picks first. I think it should be picks first, and then we can talk about that case. Idiocy.
IU it's moved. It's now only IU minus 3.5. So both semifinals end with 3.5 spreads. This is gonna be the game. I think whoever wins this one's gonna win the Natty.
I don't know. I think Miami can give Oregon some trouble.
Yeah, I can see it.
I think Oregon's really hurting right now.
Yeah. Well, I hope their season just ends tomorrow, and that I can kind of watch the Natty kind of not detached because I'll be rooting for Indiana for sure. But like, okay, I'm fine. Like,
wins this. I would not be fine if Oregon wins it, though. Not be fine at all. That would suck. But anyways, Indiana is a 3.5-point favorite. This time playing on not a neutral turf, but also, honestly, I mean, Atlanta is a lot closer to Bloomington than it is to Eugene. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You could argue not home turf, but I imagine there'll be more Indiana sports.
I mean, what? Like, I think Indiana fans travel like crazy to the Rose Bowl. They're going to be there for this one. Because they just don't get these kind of things happening.
Right. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They think, if Signetti's around for a while, Indiana might start becoming kind of annoying.
Yeah. If they do this, they get this done, they can have anything they want.
That's fair. I still love them right now, though. We'll see how it is in a few years, but right now I still love them. But anyways, Indiana, 3.5-point favorites. Can never turn down Fernando Mendoza, who, by the way, I was on the Fernando Mendoza hype train way before you.
You were. Absolutely. I'll definitely admit that. I have no shame in saying I was a doubter.
So, IU, whatever your little logo is.
Hoosiers.
There you go. No, I can't make it look good on screen. Go Indiana.
Sky, boiler up. Sky Uma.
All right, who you picking?
Oh, you know who I'm picking.
I know who you're picking.
Give me the SIG.
That's right. All right, before we move on to NFL talk, both the games and the head coaching predictions, and then only a couple games we have to make actual predictions for, so that'll be kind of nice. Should we talk about Damon Williams?
Let's do it. I didn't want to podcast yesterday or 2 days ago because of how stupid all this crap was. And of course it gets resolved this way because it was stupid the whole way. It was so dumb. I mean, out of nowhere, Damon is entering the portal. I literally got home from the pool, took a shower, looked at my phone right after. Got a very similar alert to the alert that said he's staying, which felt unnecessary at the time, but now definitely did not. It's just I did go through the stages of grief very quickly. And the conclusion I got to is this is just so stupid. What? First of all, what has our sport become? When you make this whole song and dance about, so and so re-signed, and then 4 days later is in the portal with the do not contact tag. It just felt ridiculous. And
then
just
2 days later, it returns.
Well, no, hey, whoa, we're not there yet. Going through the story. Okay. There's a payoff here. Okay. It just felt like I got to the point where my just feelings about it were just F him. Go ahead. I hope you get everything you want in Oxford or wherever the hell, Baton Rouge. That's kind of where I was feeling towards that evening. And I was more worried about other players leaving, if anything else. I was kind of coping, saying, he's short, he sucks, blah, 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 whatever. And then UW is saying, well, screw you. You signed a deal, we're going to enforce it. And I was kind of like, oh, boy. This is going to be the first big case here. And it was really looking that way for a while. And then so much crap came out about what's Cardale Barron or whatever. What's his name? What's that stupid idiot's name?
Landers or Cordell Landers.
Cordell Landers. All that idiocy coming out about what a circus. What a just absolute circus. And part of me just can't help but laugh, And it comes out today, right before the playoff. Oh, guess what? He's staying.
Yep.
It's What was this all for then? It's just like what probably happened is Demond, lawyered up today or something, and then his lawyer saw, oh shit, you can't get out of this, you idiot, and then he just decides to come back. Total circus, disrespected Mia Hammond's funeral. I better see it on 100,000 donation to her foundation. Demond, I think that's a minimum. Got him in a lot of offenses, but hey, that was a pretty crazy 3 days.
Yeah, it was.
Shout out to UW. Shout out to Jed. Shout out to Chun. Shout out to the Big Ten and holding his ass to the fire and saying, no, we're going to enforce this. And we're just kind of back to where we were right before. I feel bad for Demond. I think he had idiots in his ear touting him lies. He was too busy at Thick Pilates, the Gorilla Man.
To Gorilla Man, that's right.
Just so stupid. That's all I have to say about it. This might be a straw that breaks the camel's back of what has happened to this sport, and I hope it is. It got really close to it, probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's 100%. That's 100%.
Because imagine if we did sign a transfer quarterback.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have to imagine. Yeah, and all the
LSU didn't want to honor his deal.
Oh,
it sounds like LSU.
He'd be stuck in a G5.
He'd be on
might not be able.
He'd be on the bench here, because he'd be like, "Well, I'm not going to get $4 million anywhere else. So I'm just going to stay here."
Right. That's true. Because he'd still be able to keep the contract here at that point because he never officially entered the portal. So
honestly, I do think the way it resolved is probably the best for all sides.
I agree with that.
I think the way Jed and Chun and the AD handled it was really good. I think they pressed him where they needed to.
I think Chun for sure. He definitely was like maneuvering behind the scenes with the legal stuff.
And they let him come back when it was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad, and I'm glad it sounds like from inside sources say that
the team was okay with it.
Team resoundingly were in favor of him returning. So with that being the case, yes.
Sounds like they did Jaden Daniels' locker though.
Did they?
Yep.
Oh, I missed that. Oh no! Oh, that's
good luck getting your stuff back.
Oh, that's awkward. Oh, that makes it a little bit worse.
He is not getting that shit back, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's brutal.
And good. Dude, the defense is going to kill him during camp.
Yep.
They're going to ignore that red jersey.
Do it until you don't hurt the kid. I get wanting to. Not in practice.
I think he'll probably take a shot early, and that'll probably teach him his lesson. He better take the O-line out to a nice dinner.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because I'm pretty sure, I bet you, like, the mood in the locker room, unless you're one of, someone who's really close with the mom, is probably like, wow, screw you, dude.
All right. Are we ready to move on to...
Yeah, I'm ready to just
NFL?
be done with this bullshit.
All righty. We've reached NFL Week 8. Well, we've actually reached the NFL playoffs. We passed
We have.
Week 18. We got some Week 18 games to break down, starting with... this game decided the NFC South, right? The team that won this game won the NFC South, right?
Yes.
Are you sure about that? So Carolina did technically cover, so we got this one right. But my goodness, what a slop fest! And if you watch this game and you saw like the weather in Tampa, you knew it was going to be a slop fest.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
it was already two teams that have been actively trying to hand each other the NFC South for 6 weeks. So.
What's a couple turnovers to throw in? Hand each other the ball while we're at it.
You can have it.
Yeah, you can have it. Oh man, this is an absolutely brutal game to watch. It was entertaining. Carolina almost pulled off the comeback. If they could have gotten one defensive stop when it mattered, but they couldn't. Their defense
shout out Todd Bowles. Huh?
Not getting fired apparently.
Speaking of SpongeBob jokes, I saw one of Mr. Krabs being like, "Get out, everybody!" And it's like, "Not you." And it's the client. Get out, everybody. It was all the photoshopped on all the fired coaches, and it's like, "Except you. You stay." And it was the clown going, "Woo!" I don't know if you know that meme.
Yeah.
And the clown was Todd Bowles.
Right. I figured. It wasn't Zach Taylor. Should have been Zach Taylor.
He fits into that.
Dude, we'll talk about something.
We'll get into it, but I know you have something to say about it.
Oh, I got lots to say about it. I don't even have to talk about the Cincinnati-Cleveland game, but I mean, I will. But anything else on Carolina-Tampa before I give you the floor?
Shout out K. Dotton, kind of game sealer.
It's true. And
roughing was brutal in this one, though.
Yeah, and K. Dotton's clutch third down catch on the rollout got them the NFC South title, right?
He's a winner.
That's right. All right, Seattle, San Francisco.
By the way, shout out Tom Moore retiring. Legend.
Yeah, there you go. Legend. That's right. All right, Seattle, San Francisco.
He's. I'm sorry. Just one last thing about Tom Moore. He's just like the NFL lifers that I just love. You know, like a lot of old heads say, if you see this guy with, very jowly cheekbones on the sideline in the 2000s, you know you're about to get cooked.
Yeah.
All right. My time to shine?
Their time to shine.
All right. Seahawks versus Niners. We were going to go out to a bar with friends, and we get to the first bar an hour and a half before the game, packed to the point where the outdoor seating area was full as well. Guess what the weather was like in Seattle? It was raining, and it wasn't covered, and there was no heaters, and people were still packed out there. Really cool place, too. It's called the Moss Bay Beer Hall. Best pretzels and cheese dip I've ever had. It's not that, fake cheese dip. It's, real deal stuff. So you get a nice German pretzel with the spicy mustard and a really good cheese dip. Oh, best in the game. And then German beers to go with it. German food, underrated.
Uh-huh.
But I get to watch it in a bar. Awesome atmosphere at the bar, cheering with everything. I just loved it. But talk about an ass whooping. Not in the sense of the score, but in the sense of how the players played. And I was trolling a lot of Niners fans on Twitter. I'm sure you saw.
Uh-huh.
But we were the bullies in that game. Especially on defense. But also somewhat on offense with a really tough physical running game that I just love to see. And then the defense just sucked the souls out of the Niners. They did not want to block. They did not want to break tackles. Christian McCaffrey did nothing in this game. I'm sorry, he's your boy, Beau, but it's true. The pass rush was relentless. Sacked a really tough quarterback to get down. Receivers could not get open. They had no respect for the Niners offense. And it was awesome. Big hits everywhere. Jawan Jennings tapping out. Christian McCaffrey tapping out. People did not want to stay in this game. Even defenders for the Niners went down during our punishing run game. Tapped out, got hurt. Just beautiful to see. It feels like real deal NFC West football, the way it was meant to be. And it was just a pleasure to watch. And then, funky thing, Sam Darnold didn't turn the ball over. Got close once. Got really close once.
Yeah, he did. As soon as Troy Aikman said he was doing a good job taking care of the football, too.
I know. No, he had a good game. Jason Myers had his worst game of the year. 2 missed kicks. It was pretty windy. What else happened that was interesting? Seattle can run screens now. That's something I've never seen in my life. We can run screen passes. That's really cool to see. Drake Thomas picked off ball that hopped out of Christian McCaffrey's hands. I was like, ooh, it's not going right for the Niners when something like that happens. When one of your like really good players makes a mistake. Like I remember it was in middle school flag football. We had a receiver who we called Hoover in baseball because he would always like make every play. He was a shortstop, excellent shortstop. He would make every play, never made a mistake. And it was like a huge like 4th and goal. He gets the ball, drops it, and we lost that game. It was a playoff game, and we're like, but like when that happened, we're like, ooh, oh no. So if he can mess up, ooh. That's kind of how it felt with McCaffrey to me. I can't think of anything else too interesting, but man, it was just brilliant to watch. It felt like an establishment, or a truly establishing moment for Mike McDonald as the head coach in the NFC West. Winning the 1 seed, winning the division in their house. Stopping a coach that has given the Seahawks fits, coach and quarterback in his time, just shutting him down. It's just wonderful. What's his name? Deommodore Lenoir throwing a fit on social media after JSN said, "It's hard to keep track of everything my fans say." His post-game presser. Great troll job. It was just so fun to watch. It's just it's a Super Bowl winning brand of football. Robbie Oots with the neck roll getting key blocks. Throw him the damn ball. Throw him the ball.
That's right.
But one of my favorite things that I saw from the Niners Twitter this week, though, I don't know if you saw this, Beau. It's totally unrelated to the game. My game thoughts are over, but I wanted to mention this because it made me laugh. Niners fans were have a new conspiracy theory on why they're always so injured. And do you know what it revolves around?
Oh, is it like the substation? I saw it.
Yes, it's about the substation near them, and the guy's like, electrical currents are supposedly don't hurt athletes, but these studies show that they do. I don't know if it's true or not, but it did make me laugh. And I mean, that was really funny that they're blaming it on the substation. Oh man, Kyle Shanahan complained so much during the week too about having to play on Saturday. Just was a wonderful game. It was just such a delight to watch. That's it. That's all I got. You got anything, Beau?
No, Seahawks dominated this one. It should have been like 30-3, honestly, if you actually watched the game. They just couldn't finish certain drives, which I think is still, if you're looking for something to be concerned about Seattle with this one, it's 2 missed kicks and a horrible red zone. So not even red zone, like first and goal at the 1 sack.
Yeah, that sequence was awful. Because Charbonnet was wide open.
Yeah, if you're looking for things to be upset about, like you can nitpick and say they didn't win by as much as they should have.
And that's a good place. That's not a bad place to be. That's not a bad place to be.
Exactly. If you look back and they'd lost, then all of a sudden you'd be real annoyed. But they still dominated.
No, it's nice to be back. The division is how it's meant to be. It's back in its natural order.
There you go. All right, now hold on. This says Carolina won the NFC South.
What?
Oh my goodness. Atlanta beat New Orleans to create a 3-way tie, which led to the Carolina Panthers winning the NFC South for the first time since the year they went to the Super Bowl. Tops up. They're going to the Super Bowl, apparently. It's official.
Hey, good on you, Carolina.
They did it. Congratulations. Only the NFC South would send a team.
No one wants to win that division because technically the Falcons are tied for first, but nope.
You know what's crazy is I saw a bunch of people tweeting about this. If you go back to the Jets-Falcons game from like 5 or 6 weeks ago, if you flip the result of that game and the Falcons had won, the Falcons would be in the playoffs and the Jets would have the first overall pick.
Oh.
Can you imagine the Interstellar meme of the guy who's like looking in the past and he's like banging like no. Jets and Falcons fans are doing that for the exact same game.
That is brutal.
So, yeah, Falcons found a way to win. Tyler Shuck had some pretty crazy moments, but wasn't enough in the end. And New Orleans team just not enough juice, but they
got a bright future.
They might not got their guy. They might fit their guy at Q right now. Just wild. I don't got a lot to say about the game itself, other than the fact that, again, it decided the NFC South, which is the funniest thing ever.
A game where neither team can make the playoffs decided the NFC South.
A game where both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs for 5 weeks determined the NFC South. That's some like ACC crap that got.
It is. That's what it is.
Oh my goodness. All right. Cleveland, Cincinnati. Oh, yay, I love this freaking football team. I guess we can talk about the game itself first. Do you know the offensive success rate stat? Cincinnati had a 24% positive differential on offensive success rate. They were moving the ball up and down the field like it was nobody's business. They just weren't scoring enough points because they had 2 missed extra points, failed 2-point conversion. They got down to the 7-yard line, and then a tip pass turned into a pick 6. They had a fumble return for a touchdown. It was just like weird, fluky stuff. But somehow, some way, they were down at halftime despite the Browns having 40 yards of offense and a turnover. And I was like, you know what? I kind of didn't care that we were going to lose or that we would lose because it was going to help our draft position at the end of the day, right? Like, that's a good thing. And then the second half of this game started. My goodness, it was like tailor-made to piss me off. So Myles Garrett gets the sack record, right? And congrats to him. That's big. He absolutely took a fall. He absolutely took a fall, but we don't need to get into that.
I'm gonna be right back. I'll let you have the floor for a second.
Yeah, you're
I gotta
good.
get some water.
I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. So they stopped the game for 5 minutes. And that becomes controversial. I didn't think it was controversial when it was happening live. I didn't care too much about it. I was, I was enjoying this game in an airport, exhausted, but I'm watching on my phone so I can see what's happening with it. So I don't care, right? Whatever. It's happening. And then after the game, Zach Taylor, man. I don't know this dude. He's back. I think while I am very annoyed that Zach Taylor is back coaching football in Cincinnati this fall, and he should not be, I knew it was going to happen, so I wasn't upset by that. When it got officially announced Monday morning they were bringing him back, I was like, okay, yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Who cares? What annoyed me the most about Zach Taylor's return is in his postseason Monday morning press conference, just refusing to take any sort of accountability or acknowledging that they need to change the way they do things or really just anything. He refused to do anything that acknowledged that he may be coaching better next year, or that they're going to evaluate talent better next year, or there's anything positive that could possibly change with this football team in 2026. He pinned it all on the injuries. He said, oh, well, when you lose your highest paid player offensively and defensively, that's going to have a big impact on your team holistically. Yeah, no crap. But guess what? San Francisco did that for large portions of the season. Guess what? They're 12-5, and they're playing this weekend. No, he's not playing Cincinnati. It's a joke. And by the way, you had Joe Burrow for 8 games. Don't pretend you didn't have him at all. You went 5-3 in the games Burrow played. Yeah, 5-3 is on pace for 10-6, and yeah, 10-6 gets you in the playoffs typically. But most coaches, if you feel like you should be in the playoffs and you are selling us this bill of goods that you're this great coach, you're gonna find a way to win more than one game without Joe Burrow. Oh, and by the way, you played the Jets. You lost. You played the Bears. The Bears were a good team, but you had them on the ropes. You lost. You lost to the Patriots, a good team, but you had them on the ropes. You lost. Lost to the Packers. These aren't terrible teams I'm listing off right here, other than the Jets, but you lost. You lost. And this isn't we lost. No, Zach. You are the reason this team is so broken. Chase Brown goes and Chase Brown, after the Bears game, pleads the defense. Offense put up 47 points. He pleads the defense. Just get one stop. Just one stop. That's all we need. What does Zach Taylor do? He chastises Chase Brown publicly for saying that. Dude, you care more about the feelings of the people who can't do their damn jobs than the ones that are helping you keep yours. You care more about appearance than accountability. That's disgusting to me. He should not be an NFL coach. He can be an offense coordinator. He runs a pretty good offense. Congratulations. Most people that coach Joe Burrow would run a pretty good offense. But guess what?
You and I could.
Yeah, he coached a good offense. Cool. You can go be an offense coordinator somewhere then. Leave the people that are actually going to hold people accountable and actually going to handle business and coach this football team to where it needs to be to win.
That's the second time he did that.
To win a Super Bowl. Make it happen.
He did the same thing with Jamar, right? Or was it Jamar T? I forget who.
No, he actually didn't chastise Jamar. I don't think he's ever chastised.
I thought he did.
No. The other incident, the things I think I saw a tweet. Things that have upset Zach Taylor this year. The Browns celebrating Myles Garrett's sack record and Chase Brown pleading the defense to get a stop in a big game. Things that have not upset Zach Taylor this year. Going 6-11 and losing said big game. And losing many games, to be quite frank. Getting shut out at home by Baltimore. That game, he should have been fired after that game. The fact that we're looking here 3 weeks later and he still has his job is just an abomination. And the funny thing is, I could get behind Zach keeping his job if I felt like there were going to be other changes. Like if they were going to fire Duke, or they were going to fire Al Golden, or they were going to make changes to their scouting process, or they were going to bring in a real GM, or even promote Duke to GM. Like, I could get behind all of these things. But no. It's status quo. You know, let the status quo play out and see where the chips fall. Guess what? I know where they'll fall. I know we're going to be terrible next year. If we're terrible next year, guess what? We'll fire Zach Taylor. And the 2026 NFL season will have been another waste of a season of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase's primes. Because we had to wait a year to fire him. when we would have been the premier destination for any coaching candidate, by the way. We've had our pick of the litter.
Without a doubt.
Absolute joke. Duke Tobin has a press conference tomorrow. If he's not announcing that he is either officially taking over as GM and handling all contract duties, or just expanding the scouting room, or if he's not up there, if the reason he's not, because he never does an interview this right after the season. This is the first time he's ever done an interview right after the season. If he's not doing it to announce that there is some change being made, why are you even doing it? Are you going up there because you are going to be like, oh well, I don't think this and this went right, but we're gonna fix it. Don't worry, guys, we're gonna fix it. We've got the right people in the building. We're gonna keep doing the hard. We're gonna keep working hard, and we're gonna get this team back to where it needs to be. No. You know what? Don't work hard. Work smart. Yeah, work hard too, but work smart. People who run this team are idiots. All right, ran over. Shedeur sucks, by the way.
He does.
Green Bay, Minnesota. There's not much to talk about with this one. Both these teams had their backups in for big stretches, and yeah,
they didn't even want to play 9.
They want to play 9.
Speaking of, there's one thing I forgot to mention about the Seahawks, by the way.
Yeah,
an old legend returned. It was Cable Thanos. Do you know who that is?
I've heard of him. Oh yeah, I did. I have. Yeah.
Did you see the new video he made?
Yeah, there's a bit. I saw that of all the people said Seahawks were making the playoffs this year. We're gonna finish last in division or something.
I mean, that's his classic, That's always been his classic, but he hasn't made a video in years. He was buddies with Russ. Russ hired him to his. So he made. It was like a community fan thing for a long time, but then Russ hired him to his company.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they were classic. But it was funny. It started with. Remember when the Seahawks fan would make videos saying how dumb you were? It was kind of like that Pirates of Caribbean do you believe in ghost stories? Because you're in one. Do you believe in Cable Thanos videos? Because you're in one. That was cool to see him back.
I just realized Miami's going to be playing in their home stadium for the Natty.
I know, isn't that cool?
That's crazy. Good for them, man. Anyways,
it'll be the first time they have a full stadium.
That's right. You have anything on Green Bay, Minnesota?
No.
Dallas, New York. I also don't have much on this other than the fact that the Giants screwed up the tank. They won 2 in a row. They get a.
The Raiders won this week.
That's true. They did, but it didn't matter because the Giants.
Giants won. It's so dumb. They blew it.
They blew it. Now they're picking 5th. They were in line for the first overall pick this time 2 weeks ago, and they're picking 5th now. What a bunch of jokers. Good on Dallas, though. They got their draft positioning in 12th. These games where neither team are in it. We can just talk about what they did with their draft positioning. Dallas helped their draft positioning. New York absolutely tanked it like a bunch of idiots. I got nothing else.
No, me neither. There's just not much interesting.
Yeah, I guess I can pull up this so we can at least look at the stats while we do the breakdowns. Let's see. What's next? Oh, Tennessee, Jacksonville. Here we go. Slaughter. I don't know. The Jags are rolling. Their offense looks so good going.
They've really figured it out.
Yeah, they're rolling, man. They're such a good, fun team to watch right now.
I'm surprised their DC hasn't gotten more talk of being a Campanelli. Yeah. He's done a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, especially where they were earlier in the season too. They've really been around. Yeah, that Tennessee or not Tennessee, Jacksonville, Buffalo. My goodness, that's gonna be a fun first round.
I'm excited for that one.
How'd that get the Sunday morning slot? Like that should be like a premier slot.
Yeah,
Sunday morning. My goodness, that should be the Sunday night slot. They should move New England to LA to the Sunday morning. Honestly,
Yeah, Jags are rolling. Tennessee's terrible. They finished with the 4th overall pick. So not getting the first overall back-to-back years, but they're gonna have plenty of options available at number 4.
At least Cam Ward looks like he's got some potential. So.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
You got that going for you.
Indy, Houston. Houston keeps the dream alive.
This was a fun one.
Excuse me. They'd already clinched the playoff spot, but if they'd won and Jacksonville had lost, they would have had a chance for the AFC South title. Obviously, Jacksonville did not lose, so it didn't end up mattering. But hey, it's always good to go into the playoffs with a win. Obviously, Riley Leonard actually looked pretty competent in this one.
He did, and it's like, why'd you bring Phillip Rivers in?
Yeah, right. Riley Leonard might have been able to do something for you.
I liked what Phillip Rivers said after the game. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seeing how him talking about how he felt coming back after being away for so long. It was a cool moment for sure.
Yeah. I would say the Colts have the 16th overall pick, but guess what? They don't, because they traded for Sauce Gardner when they were 7-2. And proceeded.
I mean, you can't blame them for that.
Oh no, I know, but
it's not like the Falcons. That was bad.
Yeah, well, it's just funny. They traded when they were 7-2, and then proceeded to go 1-7. I think. What did they? Hold on.
I think that sounds about right.
Let's see. How many wins did they have when they lost to the Steelers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yeah, 7-2. And then they proceeded to win one game the rest of the season. Ooh. Just going to expose ESPN's content here. Why is Joe Burrow on here? Don't tell me they actually are going to buy into this Joe Burrow wants out crap.
But did you see the song clips he posted on Instagram?
Oh my goodness. Dude, I honestly, Kurt Beckert's just an idiot. I freaking hate that guy.
Yeah, they are not going to trade Joe Burrow. Let's be real here, folks.
Also, can I just say this draft outlook? Like, I like David Bailey, but the other names they mentioned, Keldrick Falk and Caleb Banks, no freaking thank you. I'm sorry. Space-eating defensive tackle. Can I interest you in Peter Woods, who will most likely be there? Matt Miller.
Who's he got for Seattle?
Okay. Oh, this is.
It's just a limited. Damn.
Yeah.
I'd bet a lot of money it's going to be a guard. I think they might be re-signing Tariq. Oh, speaking of re-signing, I missed this. They re-signed Charles Cross for a pretty good deal.
They did. Oh yeah, that's true. They did. They did that on Sunday night.
They got him for about what I think he's worth.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, Matt Miller, can I say no thank you to your plan? I'm not anti-drafting edge rusher. I'm just pro-drafting a good one. So Arvell Reese, Ruben Bain, or David Bailey. You do mention David Bailey to your credit. I'll give you that, I guess. But no thank you to Keldrick Falk. And no thank you to Caleb Banks when Peter Woods will most likely be on the board. Then again, I think Matt Miller's first mock draft was the one that had him taking Keldrick Falk. I think that was one of the ones I saw. So, can we just end this Keldrick Falk thing now? We're picking the top 10. He's not top 10 caliber. He had 2 sacks this year. Give me a break. You want to do Shamar Stewart all over again? Because that looked great.
Yeah, less sacks than Shamar Stewart had. Or did he have 1 or 4?
Also, he clearly doesn't even know what he's talking about because Miles Murphy actually had a really good year. The lack of impact from first-round picks, Shamar Stewart and Miles Murphy. Yeah, Shamar, you're right, but Miles Murphy had a great year.
How many sacks did he have?
He didn't have a ton of sacks, but he had a ton of TFLs.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Did Shamar have 1 or 4 sacks last year? I forget.
Last year he had 4.5. He had all of his in like 1 year, and it was the 4. Oh wait, he might have had 1.5. Actually, you might be right. Hold on.
Let me look it up.
It's one of those two numbers. Either way, not good.
Yeah, either way, not good. Yeah, you're right. He had every year of college he had 1.5 sacks. So
At least Coach Falk has more.
That's true. There you go. Yeah. All right.
Dynamic pass rusher.
Dynamic pass rusher got 2 sacks.
Honestly, if Coach Falk's there in where the Seahawks picking, I think they can. They like their
well,
run
sure.
defending.
You can afford to take a project in the 20s or 30s.
They like run defending edges. Is what I'm saying. Not
yeah. No, I don't want that.
At best, he's Tank Lawrence.
I don't want that crap at 10. Honestly, if up the 5 defensive players I want are off the board, because they're not going to draft a corner, because corner is the only position on defense they're actually good. If the 5 defensive players I like are off the board at 10, dude, pick Jeremiah Love.
Honestly, yeah. But I think Love will probably be gone.
Yeah. So or pick.
But Tate, why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not let it fly? Why not?
Speaking of the draft, though, did you see that top of the second round from last year that I sent you?
Yeah.
That is rough.
So
I'll list it out. Top of the second round from last year. This is starting at pick 1. Carson Schwarzenegger to the Browns, probably defensive rookie of the year. Jaden Higgins to the Texans, really good receiver. Nick Manwari to the Seahawks, probably second place in the defensive rookie of the year. Quinshon Judkins to the Browns, good back. Jonah Savainea to the Dolphins.
The worst graded offensive lineman for
PFF. Travion Henderson to the Patriots, really good back. Luther Burden to the Bears, good receiver. Tyler Shuck to the Saints, good quarterback. Or quarterback with flashes. That is brutal. Every player around Savainea has been pretty good.
Yeah. That's why
Chris Gear got fired. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Anyways, New York Buffalo. Congrats to New York. They were successfully able to sneak their way all the way up to having the number 2 overall pick. So
attaboy. Nice job.
And 16 as well. So they have 2 picks in the top 16 as well as second overall. Good job. That's a successful tank right there. That's a successful tank. Clap it up for the successful tank.
Aaron Glenn dancing to the second overall pick.
That's right. He did it.
Try doing it, Beau. That was like the only high of the whole season for the Jets.
Yeah. And they lost that game too.
They did.
Buffalo, meanwhile, they keep rolling. I don't know, but Allen didn't even play in this one. I have 0 takeaways from it, if I'm being real. Detroit, Chicago. This game was fun, kind of.
It was.
Detroit got up 16-0. Chicago comes all the way back. Detroit ends up winning this game. I mean, if Chicago did lose, obviously, but if Philly had won, they would have blown their chance at the number 2 seed, which doesn't matter for this weekend necessarily, except that you get to play Green Bay instead of San Francisco.
Yeah.
Which does very much matter. Luckily, Philly lost, so Chicago doesn't have to deal with San Francisco. It's a little too late for Detroit. They finished with a winning record. So the NFC 2025 NFC North becomes the first division since the 2023 AFC North, which was the first division in like 100 years, pre-Super Bowl era, where every team finished with a winning record. So
wow,
congrats to the 2025 NFC North. Every team finished with a winning record and only 2 made the playoffs. That's kind of crazy.
That shows how insane the NFC West was this year.
Yeah. This game was fun. I don't know. I like the comeback. Well, Chicago almost pulled it off, but just kind of blew all the gas on the comeback. And Detroit just had a little bit more in the end. Were able to get the game winner.
They fired what's his name? Morton.
Oh, the Morton, yeah. Johnny Morton. There you go. There's your Mike McDaniel team. if he doesn't get a head coaching gig, which I know the Ravens are interviewing him, and I think the Browns are interviewing him too.
Yeah, no, didn't they say they reached out? Bummer, because I think we talked about it before. I'm like, McDaniel and McDonald would not get along at all, but it'd be funny from the names.
Yeah.
That would be cool, but that ain't happening. If Coop, I think I'll save it. We'll get there.
I just speed run through some of these games.
This was a stinker.
It's past midnight for me. I'm gonna speed run through some of these games that don't matter, so we can get to the head coaching picks.
Don't blame
Chargers, Denver. There's nothing to talk about. The Chargers didn't play their starters. Denver gets the 1 seed as a result. So congrats to them. They do not have to play this weekend. Which the less times I have to watch Bo Nix, the better.
Yeah, he is not good.
No, he's not. Yeah, Denver did not look. Even playing the Chargers backups, they didn't look good. Just the Chargers backups offensively are just atrocious.
Their starters offensively aren't very good either.
Mostly because their offensive line. That's the main.
Yeah.
KC Las Vegas. Kansas City almost pulled off the comeback. For once in my life, I was rooting for them because if they had won, Bengals would have gotten the 9th pick. But their defense had to turn into Swiss cheese when it mattered most.
This was hilarious. A little Pete Carroll magic for his last game.
Yeah, and I hated it. But congrats to the Raiders. They got a win to end the Pete Carroll era. Cool. Arizona, LA.
They were in it for a lot of it, and then they just fell apart.
Yep. Other than Seattle, Arizona played the Rams and Niners better on the road than they did at home. It's interesting.
Pew, 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 pew. Explosives.
And he is gone. But they got the 3rd overall pick. So that's a win.
And they're going to blow it again.
Yep. Miami, New England. Oh, there's a college football team. Arizona. Perfect. They've drafted Darius Robinson.
It really is a Keldrick Falk team.
They drafted Darius Robinson. They'll love Keldrick Falk. Anyways. Miami, New England. Got sidetracked there. I got nothing. Yeah, New England's good. Miami's bad.
Mike McDaniel, you're fired.
Mike McDaniel's gone. The Mike McDaniel area in Miami is over. Washington, Philly, the game that Philly had found a way to win, which they were dominating for a large portion of. They would have the number 2 seed right now and would get to play Green Bay instead of San Francisco. Instead, they couldn't find a way to win. Washington goes into their building with the Kelly Greens on too. Come on now.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
Beats you
with Josh Jones.
With Josh Johnson. And now you have to play the Niners this weekend. I don't think you're going to win. I'm not going to lie. But we'll get to picks later. Yeah, just a brutal draw for Philly. Everything set up perfectly for you, and you couldn't take care of your own business. It's rough. It was their backup quarterback, to be fair, though. It was Tanner McKee. But he didn't play poorly. He had almost 250 yards.
He didn't. Yeah.
All right, and the funniest game of all time.
Oh, here we go. I'll let you start.
Oh man, and I don't wanna bag on U of A great Tyler Luke here too much, but that was beautiful. What a moment. What a moment. And the only negative from this game is that John Harbaugh got fired, so he might not experience moments like this anymore. But the Ravens defense disappearing when it mattered most was cinema. And I can say this now in hindsight that the Steelers still found a way to win this game. Them not being able to cover Zay Flowers at all in the 4th quarter, literally, like it was so electric. It's like they thought it was against the rules. They were just letting him run wide open every single play. It was crazy.
And it was the exact same play.
Yeah. So that was hilarious, and it's definitely going to bode well for them against a Houston team that's pretty prolific at deep shots. It was just the whole game was pure cinema, just absolutely incredible.
Are they going to cut Tyler Loop? I've heard there's rumors of that happening.
No, they're not cutting Tyler Loop.
I think
they might have a tryout. I mean, not a tryout. They might bring a leg in later, and have a competition, but they're not going to cut him outright. Pure cinema. The Ravens fans meltdown. There's been a lot of Ravens fans that I've gotten into arguments with on Twitter that deleted their accounts, or at least like shut them down temporarily after this one. They couldn't handle this one. Oh, they couldn't handle
the memes of like Harbaugh fired versus Tomlin fired with the uprights, and then this is going to be a celebration. I think it ends on is this the of Tomlin.
The blow the kiss to the camera.
Well, after the chest beat.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then Tomlin after the game with the classic, like, well, how do you feel that, that your team was in position that, it came down to that kick, and, how would you feel? What if he made the kick? Well, if my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
That was funny.
I was like, dude, that's a classic, like, uncle line right there. That's hilarious.
He is very unk.
He is very unk.
Have you seen that meme of like showing up to the unction, and it's those like older black guys like doing a dance on a circle in like pretty nice suits?
I think I have. Yeah, I think I have.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Oh man. And that led to Harbaugh's firing obviously this past week. Ravens will have the 14th pick. Steelers TBD. Ravens
fans are so sad about
McDaniel. Oh yeah, I saw a bunch of them like what do you think we'd have to offer in a trade to get McDaniel back? Or do you think he'd just want to come back? Like they think it's like a college trade.
Yeah.
Or a college coach.
Honestly, I feel bad for them because that is pretty brutal to lose a coach that's having.
I don't feel bad for them
really
at all. They suck. They're really bad people, honestly. And I don't
that's
say
that's
that
fair.
That's fair. They're genuinely horrible people.
That's a fair opinion to have, but because I feel that same way about Niners fans.
That's the thing. I think the way my evolution of hatred has evolved over the years of like the team I dislike more. I think deep down I still hate the Steelers a little bit more, but I don't think their general fan base are bad people. I think most Ravens fans are bad people.
Mm-hmm.
So
it does have to be pretty brutal that a guy you had in your buildings being very successful somewhere else.
Oh yeah. We had to deal with that with Hugh Jackson. he got to swim in a lake.
If he had like such like a nasally voice, he's like, if we go 1-15 again, I'm jumping in Lake Erie.
Dude, his voice did not match his like body. Like you look at him, he's got like a scar. He's bald. He's like this tough looking black guy, and then all of a sudden, his voice super.
Yeah, he had a very. That was a good one. Yeah. He had a.
I was actually. You know what? The one who I was jealous of was Mike Zimmer though, because he was pretty successful in Minnesota.
He was.
He was winning playoff games way before Marvin or Zach. Well, Marvin never did, and then before Zach was, and I was like, dog, he was here, man. Mike Zimmer was the one who got away.
I have my feelings for Mike Zimmer, but I know you think differently.
I love Mike Zimmer. I love Mike Zimmer, man.
I think he's an ass.
He's absolutely an ass. But guess what? There's lots of coaches who are asses that I'd take in a heartbeat. Brian Flores, come on down. But that's not going to happen because we kept Zach Taylor. However, in front of us are 8 teams that did not keep their head coach. The Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Las Vegas Raiders, Miami Dolphins, New York Giants, and Tennessee Titans. So, as the regular season winner of the NFL Pick'em, I will elect to receive and take the first pick of the head coaching guess. And by the way, the rules on that, we can pick the same one. So like if we both think Miami's gonna hire David Shaw, like we can do that if we want. But we'll just alternate. We'll snake style it. So you get 2 and then I get 2 and so on and so forth. With the first one though, I'm gonna go Harbaugh to Miami. I don't think they. No, we can have the same.
Oh,
one.
okay,
So it's
okay,
not like
okay.
yeah, that's what I just said. Come on, man, pay attention. But I don't think they. I think the reason they fired Daniels because they realized, or McDaniels.
Yes, that's absolutely why.
Yes. All right, so you get 2 picks here.
I'm also going Harbaugh to the Dolphins. That's exactly why I thought too, because the Harbaughs have a relationship with the Rosses. And I think I heard somewhere McDaniel was getting fired unless John Harbaugh was available. But I think the Giants really want him too. The Giants really want him too. That's their big threat. However, I'm going to go with Stefanski to the Giants because I believe Stefanski wants that job as well.
That's also where I'm going. Oh, we're too. We're chalky right now. That's okay.
These are the easy ones. These are the easy ones.
No, those one. I mean, shoot, Jackson Dart literally got hot mic'd on the sideline saying
he did.
So
Harbaugh or not hot mic'd. I think he got lip.
Well, Harbaugh, well, lip reading, but yeah. I know. I'm going to go next with the Titans, and I'm going to go Matt Nagy. Because that is a name that's been tied to that job a lot ever since it became available. Now, do I think it'd be a good hire? No. But I think that's the direction they go.
I'm going to go with something I've been hearing. I'm going to go Brian Flores to the Raiders.
Ooh. Alrighty. Wait, didn't I? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
And then I'm also going to go with Jesse Minter to the Ravens.
That would make a lot of sense.
Getting right on the whole McDonald situation.
I am also going to go Brian Flores to the Raiders because I've been hearing that one as well. But I'm going to go off the beaten path a little bit with a name that's recently available and is the first one that the Ravens are bringing in for an interview. Cliff Kingsbury.
Ooh, interesting.
It's the first name they are bringing in for an
that
interview.
Would be a fun fit.
All
right, I'm going to go. Let me see. Can you pull up the Titans interview request for me? Is that cheating?
No, it's fine. That's valid.
Because there's an idea I have, but I don't know if they've had requested them. Arthur Smith.
Here we go.
There's one guy I think would fit really well there, but I don't know if they've reached out. Vance Joseph.
Dang it. They're not announcing anything here. Put Rob Saleh, Arthur Smith, Jeff Hafley. Let's see. Matt Nagy.
You know what? I'm going to go really bold. I heard that there were rumblings of this from deep in my NFL sources.
Oh yeah,
they were interviewing Jason Garrett. That's right.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is good. Nice.
Yeah. This is very helpful, actually.
God, the Titans interview list is awful.
It really is. I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go Kalen DeBoer.
That is spicy. Oh, that's spicy. I love it.
Those are my two.
I love it.
No, I have one more. Okay.
You have one more.
Then for the Cardinals, who have they interviewed? Can you go back to that one again?
Oh yeah, let me pull it up. Let's see. Cardinals. You got Vance Joseph, Rob Saleh, Clint Kubiak. That's it so far.
I'm gonna go Saleh.
I like it. For Atlanta, I'm going Clint.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a fun fit offensively. I think they can convince whoever they hire to keep Ulbrich, to keep the defense kind of flowing on a good path, and then and then use Kubiak to kind of
because Kubiak's not attached to the Seahawks defense.
For the Cardinals, because this is very helpful, actually. See this all laid out right here. I think they go with a familiar face, someone who coached there before, and has been successful as a DC.
That would be a pain. Yeah. Okay. Falcons, I am also going Kubiak. A lot of respect for the Shanahan tree there. Matt Ryan, who's taking on a big role. Very familiar with that system. Has best years in that system. This one is going to be interesting.
The Browns, it's like the job. Oof.
I feel very good about this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be Aden Dirty.
I don't even know how to spell his name.
Aden Durde. Here's why.
He has been requested to interview. I'm looking at that right now.
Excellent D-line coach. And then he'll win over an owner. And they're not going to be able to get a great coach to go there. Who wants to go there?
Right. I don't think they're going to be able to attract an outside candidate, so I think it's going to be Jim Schwartz. And there you go. The list is complete for now. Maybe there'll be another team added to this. There won't be.
I don't know. It took Seahawks a week.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. I guess the Steelers could fire Tomlin next week.
Vance Joseph, or not Vance, Todd Bowles, maybe.
No, they already announced Todd Bowles is coming back.
One idiotic choice.
I know. I'm with you. All right.
Are they firing Grizzle or Grizel?
They did fire Grizzle. Yeah,
Gizzard.
Grizzard. Yeah. Gizzard, yeah.
Grizzle is from Parks and Rec.
They did fire him, though. So they fired somebody. All right. And that brings us to, which will be now a different offensive coordinator every year for Baker.
Oh, jeez, poor guy.
Yeah. All right, we've made it to the wild card round in the last set of picks. I went ahead and plugged Denver and Seattle into Saturday games because they will be playing on Saturday. The 1 seeds always do in the 17 format. But I won last week. But because I took the first pick on the head coach predictions, I'm gonna let you start with Carolina, LA.
The curse wheel spun and landed on the Rams. Give me the Panthers to at least cover.
Yeah,
I think things have happened.
Yeah, it tends too much. It tends too much for me. I can see the Rams absolutely blowing them out of the water, but Carolina, they're still feisty. They'll find a way to make this one difficult for the Rams. Green Bay, Chicago. Chicago is a 1.5 point dog at home taking on their hated rival, the Green Bay Packers. Which
when's the last time we've ever had this as a playoff game?
It was a playoff game in 2011.
Oh, that's right.
2010 was the NFC Championship. Fun fact: the last time the Chicago Bears beat the Green Bay Packers in a playoff game was the weekend after the Pearl Harbor attacks.
I saw that. So, like, people are like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen?"
Yeah.
I don't like being on the West Coast right now.
Yeah. I think it happens.
Have you
I think it's gonna be Chicago.
Have you seen that movie with that came out recently, and it's like Idris Elba's the president and like a nuke.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
House of Dynamite. Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah. No.
Horrible.
Is it horrible? That's super.
Most of the movie's pretty cool. One of the worst endings I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. Idris Elba's a cool guy to have be president because he's using his American accent the whole time. Angel Reese is in it.
Oh, there you go. All right, Green Bay, Chicago. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Green Bay. Actually, what is it? What's the spread?
Green Bay minus 1.5.
I am gonna go Green Bay, and here's why. They beat them once, and it took NFC Championship 2014 level of luck for the Bears to beat them. I think what's really tough for a young quarterback is the playoffs, where the game is just a little different.
That's
young
true.
teams usually don't do the best their first run in the playoffs.
That's fair.
And it's a pretty young team.
It is.
Most of your weapons are pretty young. Defense is a bit more experienced, but it's still a pretty young team, and especially your quarterback is young. I think that's always tricky. Is Love playing?
He is, yeah.
Okay. Buffalo, Jacksonville, the main event.
This is crazy. The fact that probably the best game of the weekend. I'd say the two best games of the whole weekend are the Sunday early and Sunday late games.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird side. It's Green Bay, Chicago.
You know what I think is absolutely absurd? Is a wild card game being on Monday.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Is that the Monday, the Natty?
No. I think it's the Monday before.
Monday before. You're right.
Yeah, because this is this coming Monday, and then the Monday after, is the Natty. It's kind of crazy that I'd say of all the 14 remaining teams, the best quarterback is on the 6th seed in the AFC.
Dude, it's been a rough year for quarterbacks.
It really has. Yeah, for the elite ones. I mean, Herbert's in there. He's good. May's ascending into that tier.
May is the only really ascending quarterback I can think of because the other best quarterback in the league, or statistically one of the best other quarterback other than May in the league, his back's going to die on him pretty soon.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford's going to be in a wheelchair at 50.
Yeah. Anyways, but the Buffalo-Jacksonville pick, it is your call, my friend.
All right. You know, it's going to be hot. Well, it won't be hot. It's be humid. I think Jacksonville's playing really good football right now. I'm going to go with Jacksonville.
Yeah? Outright?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I also think the Jags win this one outright. They're just playing really good football right now, and I don't. The Bills' defense is gonna kill them. I think it happens here.
The Bills, their defense is just a freaking mess.
Yeah. San Francisco, Philly 3.5-point favorites. The fact that Philly's favorites in this game with how they've played the past month is kind of miraculous. I think San Francisco wins outright.
I think so too. I just don't trust the way that Hurts is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring, ugly game. Give me the under on this one.
I'd agree with that. New England, LA. LA's limping into the playoffs from an injury standpoint. New England's coming in.
I think they're rolling into the playoffs, not even limping.
They're not even
one leg left.
Out from
they're in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
It's your pick, my friend. New England minus 3.5.
I'm going to go New England outright. LA team going to the cold.
That's right. Yeah, going to the cold night game and a team that just is not in the best spot health-wise at the moment.
No.
And you could see it towards the end of the season. And then last game here. Ooh, I've been updating the banners. I was doing a good job of that. Dang it. All right. Last game, Houston, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, who I will say, Pittsburgh does not lose on Monday Night Football at home, very often. But they're taking on a Houston team that is absolutely rolling into the playoffs, but is dropping 3 points on the flight up to Pittsburgh. I have zero faith in this Pittsburgh team. I do not care that they never lose at home on Monday Night Football. Give me the Texans to win their first ever wild card road game.
Give me the Texans as well. This defense is legit. Defense is travel. And I think Aaron Rodgers is about to get killed by this team.
Yeah, and this Steelers team is still very fraudulent, to be clear. They won a miracle against the Ravens, and we love them for that, but they're still very fraudulent. So only one difference this week on Chicago Green Bay, so I'll be still guaranteed the lead after the wild card round. But that's it. Man, we got all that in 2 hours. I was thinking we were gonna get.
We were taking our time.
2:30. I thought we were gonna get 2:30 with all the stuff that we were covering though. So we squeezed it all in. We did good with that. Well, I'm exhausted. I think it's about my bedtime. But that's it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. As always, absolute pleasure. Any closing thoughts, Mr. Jokinen?
If one of us has to deal with portal madness, all of us have to deal with it. If one of us is like, all of us look like. If one of us is grad, all of us is grad. Thanks for watching.
Drive safe, folks. And if Cordell Landers hits you up, just ignore the call.